Hi, this is Brenda Fryer, and this is Staffing and Scheduling. Who is responsible for the hard task? The nurse manager has this hard task. Higher levels of nursing staff save lives. This video explains the details. This is a very good video. It's only like 2 minutes. It's worth watching. How do we know how much staff we need? So, scheduling and staffing, that's how they come together. The goal of staffing is to have the right number of nursing staff to match the needs of the patients. To know how many needed, we have to look at workload patterns. There's patient classification systems used for patient needs to determine the workload and the staff need. So we all know in scheduling we have multiple shifts. We have 4-hour shifts to 12-hour shifts. Multiple options including self-scheduling, weekend options, shared scheduling, automated scheduling. It matches the needs of nurses to staff. Patients to staff. Sorry. Determine nursing care hours and FTE for your scheduling. This is important so you're fiscally responsible. What is nursing care hours? Nursing care hours is when patient workload trends are studied each day or a specific patient flow to decide the staffing needs. There are no specific standards for nursing care hours from JCAHO or from the ANA. The three components to find the nursing care hours is the number of patients, the acuity level, and the associated hours of care. You add those up and then they're totaled, and that gives you your nursing care hours for your staff, for your schedule. How is full-time equivalent or FTE and staff mix determined? So staff positions are decided based on an FTE. One FTE is equal to 40 hours a week. If pay is biweekly, then the FTE would be 8 hours a pay period. There are many methods with formulas on page 219 and 220 of your textbook. And you can plug in those numbers and figure that out. The same data used for FTE is used for the staffing mix. The higher the RN skill mix, the more flexible staff can be. Unlicensed assisted personnel are also included in those staffing numbers. You know, your patient care assistants, your cognitive coaches. How is distribution of staff decided? Well, this varies from shift to shift and the days of the week. And specific to the unit or the floor that you're on, you will have considerable difference of staffing depending on the workload. In the emergency room or labor and delivery, there are no way to predict staff needed, so block staffing is used. When block staffing is utilized, there is a specific staff mix for every shift for the unexpected. Creative and flexible scheduling. Well, self-scheduling is one option, and that allows the unit staff the ability to manage their schedule. If patient workload is decreased or increased, then staff is adjusted accordingly. There must be close attention to be sure nursing skill matches the patient acuity. Shared scheduling is when two employees or staff members share one full-time position. So they divide the 12-hour shifts into half days. This benefits the nursing staff that's not able to work those long 12-hour shifts for whatever reason. Some more types of scheduling are open shift management. This is a new method of scheduling where RN can schedule additional shifts online if schedule is posted online. If any shift is not covered and still is in need of staff, then it's open and you can go in there and decide to go to work. The nurse can choose shifts that accommodate the nursing skill and the desired shift to meet the personal schedule. Weekend staffing plan is another option where hospitals, they're required to staff the same qualified nurses and ancillary staff on the weekends as they are during the week. So there's something called the Baylor Plan in our book that talks about the creative options where nurses agree to work 12-hour shifts on their weekends, and in return they get paid for a full 40-hour week. Automated scheduling. So automated scheduling is popular. Staffing and patient demand works well with this automated system. Data needed to do automated staffing is patient census, nursing skill, and hospital information for their specific needs. This kind of staffing improves patient care outcomes based on the theory that RNs spend the most time with the patients that need the most care. Hospitals usually have supplemental staff available. They are available when units have a shortage for the shift because of ill calls or staffing shortages. Internal float pools are used for acute shortage of staff. This is much cheaper than an outside agency. External pools from nursing agencies are sometimes utilized to fill vacancies for a specific time. Remember, it's about the patient and the staff. I know the patients can't control being in the hospital, but we have to take into a factor our life, our family. Is it balanced with our career and our work? It all has to be in balance. Here are some websites. The first one is the ANA website, and it gives you some ideas on staff nursing, some insight. And then the second one here, the one that says Registered Nurse Safe Staffing Act, it's in Congress now, and it's worth reading about, and you can find it on the ANA website. Then I also chose the Joint Commission to see what their standards of recommendation were. They gave you some ideas, but you had to go to this long table and download all this legislature and outline everything for all their standards and specifics. But they do give some ideas on performance improvement with staffing and stuff as well. Here are my references. I hope you enjoyed this and at least took something from the fact what nurses do when they have to staff a unit.